Does internet marketing help you grow your damage restoration or home service business? Some of you are skeptical. Some of you have been burned in the past. Some of you are indifferent and don't know what you need to do with it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the facts today and the reality of using internet marketing to grow your business.
This isn't just any podcast. This is your secret weapon for dominating the market.
This is the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast, and this is your host, Sean McMeen.
Welcome to episode 22 of Restoration Marketing Secrets. I am your host, Sean McMeen, and today's episode is going to be talking about whether internet marketing works today to grow your damage restoration business or home service business, roofing business, remodeling business, whatever you name it. Does it truly work? And am I just throwing money down the toilet? Or where do I invest? Where do I invest my time and money and resources to be the most successful? I'm going to share my stories today of talking to, probably well over 500, 600, 700 damage restoration companies over the years about internet marketing. And I say those numbers because I honestly, truly, I've been doing this for around 7 years in the marketing industry for around 17, but I've talked to so many people that are business owners and are frustrated with the fact that they know they need to do something. They have a limited amount of resources and they want to connect with more people to make more money for their business and better their family, right? And so a lot of times they'll look for solutions. They'll look for solutions in order to attract more clients, right? And one of those solutions is obviously networking, building relationships, doing referrals, those types of things. Another solution is promoting your business. And how do you promote your business to be most effective, to build a brand for your company and not go broke while doing it? And where should you spend your resources? There's so many things that you can do online to promote your business. And there's so many things that you do online that do not generate jobs for you. So you can look at it this way. If you take your hand out and put it in front of your face and you put it right in front of your eyes, you're going to see the wrinkles in your hand, right? Go ahead and do that. Put the hand right in front of your face, right? You're going to see what's right in front of you. But if you spread that out and extend your arm out, you're not only going to see your hand, but you're going to see everything else around you. And so the reason why I say this is if you're short-sighted, if you're looking at just the lead from day to day to day, that's the only thing you're going to be chasing. You have to look at it at a bigger picture. Put your hand out and look at not only the hand, the leads that are coming, but what are the things around it? What's coming at you? What things do you need to be prepared for when growing your business? A lot of times you'll see when companies are struggling with sales, you're just chasing around to try to get that next job. And there is 100%, I get it. You want to pay the bills. You got to pay the bills. You got to have, if you got a family, you got to feed them. And that is 100% true. And I've talked to many people that are like, hey, I want to sign up for your services, but if this doesn't work, I'm going to be out of business. I can't take on that weight for somebody because at the end of the day, I can't control many aspects that go into your business, right? So when I talk to damage restoration companies, there's a time and place when you're going to invest in a program to help you build your brand and become the best known company in the area. But then there's a time and place for you to be strategic on where you're spending your resources in order to generate some jobs, right? And a lot of times what I see is too many people relying on one specific thing, whether it's, I got a couple plumbers that I deal with, or I am in a networking group like BNI or something else. And, they're so busy maybe trying to do that one thing that they're missing 5 or 6 other things. And that's unfortunately when when you start a business, you're going to be spinning lots of plates. It's almost like you're juggling, right? But you don't want to be spending too many of those plates and balls, or otherwise something's going to drop, right? Whether you're going to run out of money or you're just going to burn yourself out. So you have to look at it as, where can I be most effective? And it's different for everybody along their journey, whether you're just starting out, whether you actually have some jobs coming in, whether you've got team members with you, or whether you have 30 trucks and you're a multi-million-dollar company, right? And so I'm saying this just for the simple fact that when I'm asked, does internet marketing help me grow my business? It 100% will, because people are going online looking for your services in your service area. There's just no doubt about that. What the question you have to be asking yourself is, will internet marketing work for my business of where I am at? And if I do internet marketing, where should I be focused on? So it's different between everybody's journey and everybody's phase of where you should be investing those dollars and whatnot. What I would say is, doing nothing is not going to get you anywhere. But if you're just starting out, you absolutely want to build, a basic web page. You want to have a Google Maps listing. You want to try to build some referral partners and business cards and a branded truck if you can afford that, but you don't absolutely need that branded truck. You want to get people to see your business. And if they hear about your business, you want them to be able to at least find you online, right? So they know you're a legit business and you're just not some fly-by-the-night person that's potentially going to help them out, right? Clearly, you want to be certified in IICRC for the services you're providing, right? And you want to make sure all of that is in order. But if you're a guy or gal that's already at $2 million a year or $1 million a year, you have to be investing the money that you're making now back into your business, whether it's equipment, whether it's team members, or whether it's branding for your company. If you're just buying leads from some company like 33 Mile Radius or Angie's List or Yelp or whatever, and you're not building the brand of your company, you're setting yourself up for failure, really, because you want to, once you get to above 500K, you want to be becoming a brand within your area so that people recognize you're the person to call, or you're the company to call when somebody needs help, right? And these large franchises out there, they have a corporate structure to enable to do that. But if you're an independent, you have to be strategic on where you're doing that, right? And so those are the questions that always come up, is like, well, where should I spend at? Where should I focus at? And it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody depending on the journey that you're at and what level of income you're at and the amount that you can invest in those things, And so it's hard for me to give you an exact prescription without talking to you to say, like, well, where are you at? How many jobs are you doing now? What kind of revenue are you looking at right now? And then typically what you want to say, like what we look for is anywhere, depending on what phase you're at, you're going to be around, in this industry, around 10%, investing about 10% of your revenue back in, and sometimes more. Because the water damage is very, very competitive, very expensive, but those jobs can be worth it, right? And so you can have some bigger margins baked in the mitigation stuff, right? Same thing for roofing. We have a couple roofing clients as well that do restoration on top of it. And there's some good margins built into it, so you're going to invest a little bit more to get those jobs. But if you're just starting out, you might not have 10% to invest in your business. You might not have that there. You might not, because your expenses and your cost of living and all of those things, right? So it's different. I did write a book called Internet Marketing for Restoration Contractors, and I'm not trying to do a selfless plug here, but you can go out on our website, restorationmarketing.com, and download it. So if you're just starting out, that gives you a real good guide of some basic things that you can implement for yourself. But if you're further along, I'd highly recommend working with somebody that can take that, not somebody, but somebody that's familiar with the industry, that you don't have to pay to learn how to market your company and build a brand for your company. Internet marketing absolutely works. There's thousands upon millions of people going out on Google to search for services out there. And it 100% will help you grow your business if you're strategic with it, and if you work with somebody that understands the nuances of the industry. Hiring a marketing company down the street, or the friend that knows a friend but doesn't know the damage restoration industry, you're going to pay them to learn, and they could be amazing. But just know that you're going to pay them to learn. There's many companies out there that are focused in the damage restoration industry. So I'm not here to self-promote just my company, but there are many out there that are good companies. And I have relationships with several of them. But there are several of them out there that, let's just put it this way, they're selling one or two different types of services that are about not building your brand as a company, but buying leads too. It's the same thing as if you're going to work with Angie's List or Home Advisor or Thumbtack or something like that. Chasing leads is not going to get you over that hump. It's going to get you more resources, absolutely. But you have to do a combination of both. You have to grow your brand because you're, if you're like most business owners and entrepreneurs, you're looking for that long-term asset, whether you sell it 5-10 years from now, or whether you keep it and pass it down within your family. Most people that start a business, they're trying to build a legacy or some sort of asset for future selling or whatnot, right? And so chasing leads, you don't necessarily have a company then. It helps you get resources, absolutely. So don't get me wrong there. It's a balance, and depending on where you're at in that journey is what levers you push on in order to help you with that growth. I will say that if you are looking for internet marketing to be your one and only thing, stop. Like, internet marketing is one fishing pole in the water. You have to be doing other things. You have to be having relationships with plumbers. You have to be networking. You have to maybe do insurance work and building relationships that side. If you're doing fire, you have to be building relationships with people in that side of the world, right? And so do not just rely on one thing to build your company and to build your brand. You have to be multi-pronged, and that's just the nature of the business. You started a business, and it's going to take a lot of hard work to do it, right? And so I know firsthand, because I've grown my business from nothing to now I have 12 people now within our team. And, it takes a lot of hard work, and you have to be able to juggle, right? And I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know, but that's what I'll just say is that, again, what I started this episode with was, does internet marketing help me grow my business? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're strategic with it, depending on where you're at in your journey. So hopefully this was helpful. Maybe I went on a little bit of a rant today. But at the end of the day, I'm here to help, guide, and give back as much as possible. Internet marketing absolutely 100% does work. Can it be frustrating sometimes? Can there be highs and lows? Can there be highs and lows? Absolutely. But just give yourself that gut check of putting that hand in front of your face. Are you looking short-sighted, or are you looking at the bigger picture here by moving that hand out and seeing what's around and what the big picture is here, right? What is your 3-month goal? What is your 6-month goal? What is your 12-month goal? What is your 5-year goal? You have to think with a business hat on instead of a chasing my tail hat, right? Chasing job to job to job. That's not going to get you anywhere long term. And you clearly have to look at both, but you have to take those blinders off and look at the big picture in order to have a sustained company and brand within your area, so that people come to you as a recognized leader. So hopefully this was helpful. And if I went on a rant today and you skipped this episode because you're like, dude, I already know this, you're probably not even listening to this end of the episode then. But if you got some value out of this, hopefully you did. I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to interview you. If you have some additional insights you'd like to share with other people, reach me at restorationmarketing.com. For now, this is the end of episode 22, I believe. So we're coming up on the month mark of Restoration Marketing Secrets. Throughout this week, we're going to giving you some insights into some SEO, some website, some paid ad strategies in order to help you get to that next level by using internet marketing as one fishing pole in the water of growing your damage restoration business. Until next time, this is Sean McMeen.
You've been listening to the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast. Sean's not here to just talk the talk. He's walked the walk. With a track record of helping over 70 damage restoration companies and engaging in over 500 conversations with industry owners, he's seen it all. From digital marketing triumphs to the most ingenious growth hacks, he's got the keys to the kingdom, and he's sharing them with you. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, for more, hit the website at restorationmarketing.com. See you next time on the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast.